went to the Rolling Stones last night in Abacoa. Okay. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome everyone to Unity of Jupiter, where we start on time and end on time because we respect your time, the one thing we can't give back to you. I am John Denny, and I'm the minister here, and thank you all for choosing to spend your morning with us. We are extremely grateful for your presence. Unity of Jupiter. Unity is a practical approach to Christianity, and we are based on the power of prayer and the teachings of Jesus. And Jesus taught us about love and gratitude. So practical Christianity is I love you. If you can say I love you to someone, you're practicing Christianity. So if no one's told you they love you today, let me be the first. I love you. And if you have not had a chance to tell someone you love them today, please turn to the person next to you and share a little love. God is good all the time. And if you'll join me with our statement of faith found on the monitor, there is only one presence and one power in the universe, God, the good, omnipotent. So just take a deep breath and take that inside and know that this one power, one presence is love. The greatest power of all, the power of love. And we know God is love. And we take that power, we take it inside, and we put it out in all of our relationships, in all of our jobs, in every area. One power, one presence. And this power is omnipresent, everywhere present at the same time. And the most amazing thing, it's omniscient. It already knows every one of our thoughts. It knows all. Omniscient presence. So thank you, God. And now if you join me with our affirmation, let's go. So let us go. Today is about taking action, and it's kind of we just got through Easter and you get through these highs and lows, and how do we keep the energy up and keep taking action when, we hit the plateaus or there's nothing really stimulating at the moment. So that's what we'll be talking about a lot today. But I want to thank you all for coming. We have a super special service planned for you today. We have the Coastmen. 13 of them came today. Talk about taking action, And I watched Kathy Ross's music ministry and her getting these people together. And it's just so amazing how music brings people together almost more than anything else, right? Ron sends me a new song almost once a day. So as we get ready for our service today, thank you all for joining us. And I want to thank Karen and Kathy and Carol and Larry and and Jake and Sage and everyone who helps this go, and Mary Sue, and we have an amazing fellowship across the hall afterwards, so please join us for that. And so if you'll all like to rise, and we'll sing our opening song, My Soul is Welcome Here.
All right, I got some singers with me. Just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. Ooh. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here.
Now the Coastman Singers.
I'm saying you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got troubles, I've got them too. There isn't anything I wouldn't do for you. You stick together, we can see it through. 'Cause you got a friend in me. Wow, wow, wow. Some of the folks might be a little bit smarter than I am. Bigger and stronger too. But none of them will ever love you the way I do. Just me and you, boy. And as the years go by, our friendship will never die. You're gonna see it's our destiny. 'Cause you got a friend in me. Shoo-be-doo-wop.
Good afternoon and welcome everyone. We're so glad you're with us today. I am Sandy Simons. Is there anyone here today for the first time? Okay. Please raise your hand. Please raise your hands so we may acknowledge and welcome you. Please keep your hand up so the ushers can bring you a welcome envelope. Please know that not only do we want you to feel welcome, we also want you to feel wanted. Please join us in the fellowship hall after the service for some good food, good conversation, and amazing connections. Today's daily word is cherish. Please read with me on the monitor. I cherish opportunities to share the love of God. It isn't the price of something that determines its value. It is how much it is cherished. It's not how something looks or what it costs that makes it beautiful. It is the love and wonder I feel that helps me cherish it. Just like the gifts I give, I imbue my relationships with love. I cherish those for whom I care deeply, and I want them to feel cherished by me. I hold the intention for love and connection that is at the heart of my every exchange. Just as I feel cherished as a divine being, I share the love of God through my kindness and considerate acts. At the heart of every kindness I extend is the prayer that those I serve will feel cherished, not only by me, but by God. Today's daily word is inspired by 1 Thessalonians 2:18. So deeply do we care for you that we are determined to share with you not only the gospel of God, but also of ourselves, because you have become very dear to us. And some announcements. Our own Reverend Bob Conrad's wife, Donna, passed away, and there will be a virtual service today at 5 p.m. See Unity Village Chapel Facebook page for details. Monday evenings at 7 p.m., there's a Course in Miracles class that meets downstairs weekly. A Course in Miracles is a spiritual teaching program that focuses on awakening to the truth of our oneness with God and love. This is an ongoing class, and all are welcomed. Tuesday mornings at 10 a.m., join Patricia Carroll for yoga and somatic class in the all-purpose room. Patricia's focus is on gentle, mindful movements that are appropriate for all ages. Bring a yoga mat, towel, and water. All are welcomed. The prayer and meditation group, led by Pam Sostin, meets at noon on Wednesdays. Come experience the power of prayer and meditation. All are welcomed. Please join us today for fellowship after the service. If you are new, just follow across the terrace to the fellowship hall. And thank you all to provide food for our fellowship and those who clean up, serve, and make it all possible. Please check out the table in the foyer for our May calendar of events and other flyers. And now to lead us in meditation, let us all join in singing Surely the Presence.
So now just take a moment and find a comfortable place. Take a little bit of time of prayer and meditation. And I want you to think about prayer and meditation as taking action, taking mental and spiritual action, deciding the thoughts that we want to think. So begin by taking a deep breath and just relaxing your physical body from the top of the head down to the bottom of the feet. Just letting go of all the tension, all the stress, leaving it alone. And as we go inside, we can decide what we want to think. So let us start by thinking perfect health. Each of us making the realization that God is, I am, perfect health. This is our natural condition. And we send this out to each other, this power of love, this power of health to each and every person here. And let us realize abundant supply, knowing that each of us has everything we need. God created our abundance before we created our needs, merely waiting our acceptance. I am abundant supply. And we see abundance for each and every person here. And let us realize perfect harmony between ourselves and each other. And this is really forgiveness. Knowing that all is working out in perfect order and that each of us are doing the best we can at any given time. And we send this power of love to each other, to our families and friends, to our homes, our communities, our countries, and our planet. Universal harmony. Imagine if we all thought that at the same time. And then gratitude. Gratitude is the attitude which opens doors to all blessings and leads to happiness. So just think of one small thing to be grateful for. If you can't think of something, unity of Jupiter. And in the attitude of receiving, be thankful, giving ourselves a few moments to just bathe in this feeling of gratitude, this feeling of love. And now each of us has formed a beautiful thought of gratitude. Just pull it into your body and realize, I am grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just feeling this thought of gratitude will brighten your day and everyone we come in contact with. The power of gratitude. So let us give a thanks for this time of prayer and meditation, and if you'll join me now in the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. So you got a friend in me. We're going to get the Coastman back up here. And that's the great thing about unity. We all have friends in here, you know, and that first song was very true. We all have friends in here. You have a friend in me.
light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine on me and shine on you. Gonna tell what the power of love can do. Gonna let my little light shine.
Thank you. Good. Let's give the Coastman another hand there. So you don't think that takes a little bit of practice? You know? They come and sing for us, but I bet they've gone through that song 100 times. And coming together and taking action. It's incredible. And that's what my talk is about today, taking action. So my scripture lesson today is taken from James, 2nd chapter, 14th through 17th verse. What good is it, my brothers, if someone says he has faith but does not have works? Can that faith save him? If a brother or sister is poorly clothed and lacking in daily food, and one of you says to them, "Go in peace, be warmed and filled," without giving them the things they need for the body, what's that good for? So also by faith itself, if faith does not have works, it is dead. Faith without works is dead. Taking action. That's my whole idea this week, and I've been taking real action this week. Yesterday, I spent the day with Carol down at the Conference for Consciousness and Human Evolution, and we watched Bruce Lipton and Michael Beckwith, Greg Braden, all give these presentations. It was incredible. But we'd been planning it for a couple months, and we took action, and we went down there, and it was some of the top speakers in this new thought world. So the first miracle was Carol and I get to this room, and there's about 1,000 seats in this room, huge room, conference hall, and I like this aisle, so it took the first 2 seats, and these 2 ladies walk up, and they're like, "Oh, are those seats taken?" And I look, and it's Patty and Dilly, both from our congregation. So I didn't even recognize them when they asked for the seats. And it was like, wow. And I'd just been thinking, I wonder if anyone from Unity's here. And they'd been thinking sort of the same thing. But a room of 1,000 seats, and we end up next to each other. So what are the chances of that? We all think, whoa, that's got to be some really incredible coincidence. Well, or it's 100% chance that was going to happen. It couldn't have not happened because we were vibrating on the same wavelength. So there was no chance or luck involved at all. It was divine, right? Divine timing. So we got to sit right next to them. So the first speaker was Bruce Lipton. And he's 80 years old and, man, on fire. The guy has energy to spare. And he got up there, and the first thing he says is that basically we're screwed. Okay? And he said, he's like, we are living in a non-sustainable society, a non-sustainable universe. And he goes, 90% of the wealth is owned by 1% of the people. So he gave these other analogies where there's just a lack of balance. And he goes, but that being said, civilizations have come and gone over the years, and new civilizations come to take their place. And he said to us that we are going to be that next wave of people, these forward-thinking people. And I truly believe Unity and that place I was yesterday has this new generation of thought. It's going to happen. Something's going to happen because it won't sustain like this. It can't. So civilizations come and go. So we are the ones who want to make a difference. And then Michael Beckwith came, who's one of these real big people in the unity world. And he says, society does not suffer from attention deficit disorder. It suffers from intention deficit disorder. People aren't getting up and making an intention and really making, taking action. And that's what you've all done here. Everybody here is taking action today. Every single person here took massive action just to get here. So we are going to be the change makers. And Michael Beckwith says we need to have a shift in perception. We need to change that way we're thinking and get an intention. We need to raise our vibrations. That's what I think we're doing here. We raise our vibrations in prayer and thought and higher and higher. And that's why I believe that we ran into those two ladies yesterday, because we're vibrating in a similar consciousness. We need to set intentions. And so that goes along with the intention deficit disorder. If we don't have them, we don't know why we're getting up. It's one of my first things I talk about in my coaching practice. What's your vision? The reason I work with athletes is because they want to get better at something. It doesn't really matter what you want to be better at, but if you want to be better at something, being able to control our temper and tension is a really good place to start. So I can help you be better at this just by learning how to control your temper and tension. So today, Carol went back today. She's not here today, but she went back with her niece, and they're listening to someone speak this morning, and so really excited about that. So as most of you know, I've been meditating since December 1st, 2016. Today makes 3,090 days, okay? And it's not something, I'm proud of it, but what I'm really more proud of is seeing the results from this work in this meditations I've been doing, watching my life change, my family's life change. And so it was 7 years to the day. I started daily meditating on December 1st, 2016. December 1st, 2023, I was hired as this position. 7 years to the day. And again, coincidence or synchronicity? Was it divine? So if someone told you, all you have to do is do this or that for the next 7 years and you're going to attain your dream, would you do it? 7 years. If somebody tells you 7 years, it seems like eternity. It seems like, are you kidding me? 7 years I got to do it? There's no way I would have embarked on that journey with the outside goal to get this job. It wouldn't have worked. I had to embark on that journey for an internal spiritual journey to awaken myself and rise up to the level where maybe I could do a job here at the time. But we need balance. And that's something that I really haven't had a lot of. So I took up pickleball a few years ago. And my pickleball partner, Coach Dan, is here today, and he's one of my big inspirations in life. And it's funny, I have this message about him this morning. But we're playing pickleball, and I'm breathing really hard, and he says to me, he goes, John, you know what the harmony exercise and meditation are not good for? And I'm like, no, what? He goes, cardio fitness. And I was like, so I was a daily exerciser before I took on my daily meditation. And this week, I actually got back into it. So I actually exercised 6 days in a row. And on Friday, I was at church, and Allison was here working. And she's like, you look good, John. And I'm like, I've been exercising this week. Amazing. It's funny how that worked. But again, seeing the results of making an effort, And so I try to stay active, but I haven't been staying physically fit. So we're getting back on that program, thanks to Coach Dan. But we can always choose again. So I let myself get out of shape, but I can decide, okay, it's time to start again, time to take physical action. And I'll talk about that, the different areas where we can take action. So we don't fail. We only fail if we quit. If you give up and you stop trying is the only way to really fail. They say Thomas Edison made over 1,000 experiments where the light bulbs didn't work. And we could have called it a failure, but he said, no, I haven't failed once. I've just discovered 1,000 ways it didn't work, right? So we don't fail if we keep trying. So when I'm preparing speeches, like I said before, it's kind of hard. It's easy to in the highs and lows where you can find something. So Christmas, Easter, if there's these special dates. But like this weekend, there was really finding something to get up about and excited about. So this week is National No Dirty Dishes Day. That's today. It's also World Baking Day, Stepmother's Day, Cheese Souffle Day. So I was like, well, couldn't be very inspired about any of those things, right? They're just not inspirational. But then one did jump out. It's also Mental Health Awareness Week. So it's National Mental Health Awareness Week. That's not today, but that's last week. So we are all here at the foundational level to take action for our mental, emotional, and spiritual health, for our connection. We want to live happier, healthier, more productive, loving lives. And that's really the reason why people come to Unity. I had two ladies join me this morning for the Harmony, and they said, but we don't come all the time, we're not very faithful. I said, well, you don't have to be, because it's what you do out of here which really where you show your faith. How are we dealing out in the world, and are we dealing out in the world with love, gratitude, and forgiveness, making the world a better place, or are we out there in greed and me? So which way is it? So when our mental health is suffering, all areas of our life suffer. If your mental health and you're not doing well inside, you're going to find those people, the work is a problem, their relationships are a problem, all areas of their life are a problem because their life is just reflecting back to them. So if I'm a nervous wreck, all areas of my life are going to start reflecting back in that vibration. So what we need to do constantly is be raising our vibration, calming ourselves down so we can deal with those situations. So unity principle number 5 is the law of action, taking action. And it says knowing and understanding these laws is not enough. We have to do it. We have to live it. And so we have to learn about it, and then we have to apply it. Like I said, listening to those telepathy tapes, I was like, whoa, I need to be very, very careful of what I'm thinking all the time, because even if you can't tell me what I'm thinking, you feel it. You already know. And we know what people are feeling. When you walk in a room and two people have just had a fight, you don't have to ask. You feel it because the vibration's different. So we want to keep our energy up. So a person must live the truth that he or she knows. Actions and service is the way to demonstrate our beliefs. Through thoughts, words, and actions, we live the truth that we know. So I found taking action when things are bad, when we're really confused and angry or worried or fearful, it's pretty easy. Because suffering is no fun, right? So I'm going to do almost anything. So if you tell me to pray when I'm suffering, I'm going to try it. It's much easier to apply the things because pain and suffering are great motivators. Confusion and anger are great motivators. Loneliness and isolation are good motivators. Different things that give us that bad feeling. So also when times are good, when things are going really well and we're getting answered prayers, it's also easy to take action because you want to double down. Hey, if I did this and I'm getting that, I'm going to want to do more. If I'm getting what I want because I'm doing something, I'm going to do more of it because I want to get more of what I want. So that's easier. But what motivates us in these times when just not much is going on and life is just going along normally? How do we keep ourselves up? How do we stay up? I am a naturally really lazy person, and I am a really good procrastinator. I can sit in front of a TV and just do nothing. Matter of fact, Barry's often said to me, it's like, John, you will never get those hours back, ever, as I'm sitting there with my telephone or something, right? So you get it, but it seems like our society is set up right now to destroy creative thinking, to destroy our imaginations. Because as soon as you start ingesting from these devices, you're no longer creating. It can't go both ways. It's either input or output, and if it's the input, we're not outputting it all. So we have to be able to change that. So happiness and success are really good motivators. Answered prayers are super good motivators. So we live in a world that we tend to live in the past or the future. So I'm going to tell you one other scary thing that I learned in this convention yesterday. And this is sort of a scary thing. We learned about something called singularity. Anybody heard of that concept? So Elon Musk frequently discusses the concept of singularity in the context that artificial intelligence expressing both excitement and concern. So here's a breakdown. The definition of singularity is a point in the future when artificial intelligence surpasses human intelligence, leading to a rapid rate of unpredictable change. Okay, that's kind of scary. He sees it as a moment when AI becomes far smarter than humans, improving itself exponentially and in making outcomes hard to predict. He has some concerns and warnings. He says that AI could pose an existential risk to humanity if not developed and managed properly. It's artificial. He has warned that the intelligence gap between humans and artificial intelligence could make human control or understanding obsolete. So we couldn't even control it, potentially leading to unforeseen consequences. He's also seen that this is happening right now. It's not too far in the future. He stated that AI could become smarter than all humans combined by the end of the decade. So he says that AI safety is crucial, and its development needs to be steered in a positive direction. He emphasizes the need for truth-seeking and ethical approaches to AI. So we need to use our intelligence, our natural divine intelligence. AI is a tool. You can use it for certain things, but I know some people that are actually using it almost as full knowledge. They look up AI and they'll take it as fact. And and what I learned yesterday is that's a very dangerous way to go. So we need to constantly be upping our use of our own personal intelligence. Truth-seeking is our only hope. So that's sort of what they told us. Just keep seeking the truth. And that's what we're doing here. I believe that all of us here are truth seekers. There's no reason we would have come this morning if we weren't trying to find something to make life a little better. We must use our natural intelligence. This is when real progress is made. I also have found in my life, when things are good and when things are bad, it's easy for me to motivate, but I don't quite get the same level of answered prayers. When I motivate when things are just going normal, it seems like the universe really lines up in these synchronicities of Patty and Dilly or Coach Dan being here this morning or whatever happens, they start to become more and more and more. Working on ourselves, people, that's what we need to do. Each of us needs to be working on ourselves more and more, and we'll become those, the leaders who can make a difference in the world. So we need to double down. So how do we make the best day ever? Every day the best day ever. We just had the second weekend of Surfers for Autism yesterday. Amazing turnout. I couldn't go because we were doing the conference, but again, making a huge difference. They actually had 3 chapters going yesterday, 2 up north and a big one here in Jupiter. So really helping the community in many, many ways. Like I said, it's easy to stay up at Thanksgiving and Christmas. So how do we make every day Thanksgiving and Christmas? If we have a giving mentality, if we give to receive, we're making every day Christmas. Practicing gratitude on a daily basis. Through our thoughts, words, and actions, seeking, knocking, and asking. So those are some of the actions we take. Seeking, knocking, and asking. So for the mind, there's 3 areas which I teach about in my practice. We can take action for our mind, we can take action for our body, and we can take action for our spirit. The mind, body, spirit. You guys all remember the YMCA triangle? Mind, body, spirit triangle? Well, it's balancing that out in each of our lives. So for the mind, like I said, 7 years of meditation, or now 3,000 days, I have been actively taking action with my mind on a daily basis. I have to walk out there and I have to sit down and I have to intentionally think those thoughts for the next 15 minutes to renew my mind. Full action. prayer, reading, and something Carol always used to tell me, if you don't use it, you lose it. So give it away. Make sure that we're bringing this message to others. Taking classes and seminars. Anything we can do to up what we're doing with our mind. And staying away from technology and unless we really need it at the moment. You don't use it as a, for fun. Then for our body, like I said, I took up exercise this week. I've exercised about 4 or 5 days in a row, or was it 6 days in a row, and I'm already feeling the results. It doesn't take much, but we can always switch. We can always go over, because I've been seriously neglecting mine for a number of years now. Taking action. What do we do with the Spirit? Prayer and meditation. Come to unity. Join a singing group. Things that bring us together. It is huge important for the Spirit. And that's how we, being of service and coming and being with each other. There's nothing more important. Giving and receiving. So first we have to awaken the knowledge that we have a choice to see things differently. So love, gratitude, and forgiveness. I am sorry, please forgive me, I love you. Those are things that we can just use, taking action with our thoughts. So you don't have to like everybody, but you do need to love everybody. And for your own personal mental health, because if we're going along hating, we got some problems. Because haters are going to hate, but they end up getting to have it all right back. So what stops us? What stops us from taking action in life? I know for me, it's maybe fear, like, I don't know if I can do it. So that's something that'll stop us from taking, fear. I love the acronyms: false emotions appearing real, or false evidence appearing real. That's fear. It's just something that we've projected out there which isn't real, and we make it real in ourselves. False beliefs, thinking that something is true when it's not. And that's what Bruce Lipton kept saying. He's like, we have been taught that we're all slaves to our genetic makeup, and that we're dealt a set of cards, and you're only going to be as good as you are. And then he said, but they've learned is we can actually change our genes, change our genetics through proper thinking and through proper realizations. Change our genetic makeup. It was pretty incredible. Another thing that stops us is negative thinking. It's so easy. And gossip and belittling people. All those things are instantaneous, cutting you off. So what can we do about it? Well, we can be doers of the word and not hearers only. Make sure that you're taking action and doing what you want to do. And from James 4:17, whoever knows the right thing to do and fails to do it, for him it is sin. If you don't know this stuff, you can't really point fingers at somebody. But once we've awakened to the fact that we can go the higher way, that we can use love, gratitude, forgiveness, and then we don't, that's where we're really missing the mark. And that's what sin is. So using gratitude consciously, like I've talked about for week after week, but that is one of the quickest ways. Forgiveness. Living in an attitude of forgiveness. Forgiving before we condemn. I've said it before, but if you need to forgive someone, it's only because you've already condemned them in some way. So it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. So if we live in an attitude of forgiveness, we already take that off the table a little bit. And then remember, God does not forgive because God never condemned. God is perfect love all the time. And we need to accept that, and then you can accept the fact, I am forgiven. Just say that to yourself once or twice. I am forgiven. I am forgiven. Feels really good. So taking action, we're all taking action. We're all making this world a better place. And I'm going to keep going with my mental, physical, and spiritual work going up in the future, taking action and getting the results. So I hope you do too. I hope you all have a wonderful week, and thank you so much for joining us this morning. We very much appreciate you. And now we welcome Sandy back up for our offering.
Okay, now we move into our celebration of abundance, our opportunity to give back from our financial abundance. There are many ways to give. You can drop your gift in the offering bags going around. You can also text your donation to 561-581-1119 or give by debit or credit card after today's service in our office located downstairs. Most of these options can be set up for automatic reoccurring giving. To keep our time of giving sacred, I would like you now to take your gift in your hands and bless it. You're planting the seeds to your own prosperity and giving back to God from the abundance that has already been provided for you. Breathe life into your gift and thank God that you have this gift to give. Now affirm with me the offertory blessing. Okay. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive.
Well, I don't know who chose your songs today, but they sure were good choices. What a wonderful world, this little light of mine, and you've got a friend in me. Talk about 3 uplifting songs, taking action, all of them. So again, thank you all for coming today, and thank you so much for all you guys coming. It's really a treat to have you. So if you could bring our gifts forward and our prayer requests. And again, thank you all for your time today. I hope that you feel like you spent it wisely. And now let's just give a thought of thanks. We're self-supported through our own contributions here, but more importantly, we're supported through the law of abundant supply, which is enough and to spare for every need. And one person's abundance can never take from another. So we see each person in this congregation, each person in our families, blessed in abundant supply, enough and to spare for their every need. And we take all the prayers in the prayer box, and we know that God is omniscient. He already knows the answer to all these prayers, but for our own fear and our own doubt, we put them in here, turning them over and letting them happen, and knowing that God is taking care of all of our prayers. And if we have any prayer chaplains today, our prayer chaplains have been specially trained to pray with you. And if we could all rise and we'll sing our closing song, whatever it's called.